So, today, I'm going to take us on a journey through stages, different levels of increasingly finer and finer states. And at each level, I'm going to take us into a state of a healing matrix. Now, for some of us, it is easier to understand things when they're more visual and look a little bit more like the human realm. Much like in the Hindu religion, we have the gods some people like to talk to and feel like in Christianity there's somebody they can connect to. Some people are already refined to the degree that they can perceive the abstract, eternal state of one. But each one of us has different abilities, so I'm going to take us into a healing matrix that addresses each level. One where it's more visual and feelable, where we can make things up. Then I take us up a notch to another level of healing, a temple at a supra-mental level, akashic level, let's say. And then we're going to go to a very fine level of non-duality. You can make it up and pretend, or just let yourself go there. And from there, we will go into what we will do is DNA activation. From that eternal state, we will send the beam of activation into our human self and activate. So we're going to go on this journey through 3 stages. The more visual, healing matrix, a notch up, and then an even finer notch. So, if you can manage to stay awake and conscious as best as you can through all 3 stages, it would be really wonderful. Because when we learn meditation, we learn to ascend. We quiet our mind. It's like making the lake quiet. To see the reflection of the heavens. And then, when we have that quiet, something starts rising up at the very core of our essence. And the ability to penetrate into non-time space and then make changes into the blueprint of time-space depends on our ability to hold coherent focus in our ascension. Coherency is practiced over time. The more still we get, and the more we can create a coherent spin, a coherent alignment, a sense of piercing presence. It's like having a laser light, like a 100-watt light bulb, right? You can take 100 watts and hang it in the air and read a book by it at night, right? Maybe 100 watts will be sufficient, okay? But if you take the 100 watts and make all the photons come into alignment, into one single stream, it becomes a coherent, penetrating presence that could cut through steel. You could shine the light maybe from here to the moon. I don't know the physics of how far that beam would last, but it could cut through steel. The same 100 watts of photons, when in coherency, when in total perfect stillness and alignment, not one thought going here, one going there, one emotion going here, and here's some drama that we replay. No, bring it all into alignment, into stillness, and then, like the really well-trained monks, we will leave behind the alpha brainwave states. We will drop into theta. We normally are in the beta, yeah? Like this. We will drop into lower brainwave states, where we do guided meditations. A little deeper, we go into theta, into deeper stillness. Now, this is where we need to hover, because if we drop even lower, you all know that sometimes some people next to you start falling asleep maybe. No, not today. The delta waves are where we sleep. Our brain is very slow. Now, when we in meditation have calmed our mind and then manage to ascend through the central column into even more focused, aligned, coherent beam of consciousness, you become that laser-like light, and that's what we'll do in the meditation, starting out with the calming of the lake, soothing, going into imagery, and then ascending into finer and finer vibrations until we go to the supreme non-time space place, where we will start activating from there on down, communicating with the God source and commanding healing. This is the structure, and a little bit of understanding of how yesterday we were learning about healing happening at the physical, at the energetic, at the light level for photonic healing, scalar healing with radionics, and now we're going to use pure consciousness to hold the matrix of a blueprint that initiates the change in the emotional and physical body. Does that make sense? It's a little bit of a cosmology, and it's important, I think, for us to know how the vibrational world fits into each other, just like the Russian doll, you know, the little piece of doll goes into the bigger one, into the bigger one, how they all fit together. It's not one thing over here and one thing over there. It's a centrally aligned system of ascension. And now I want to share with you 2 stories of healing, because when we understand how simple it can be in physical life, we're more inclined to do it every day, right? So here's a story. I live in Bali with Don Perez, my husband, who does the music and who picks the music. And we have this woodworker, and he creates and carves the wood for us. And one day we came by his shop just to say hi, and I saw the wife, who's always there, and she was like lost all the way, looked pale, looked like she was a walking skeleton, really. And I said, "What happened?" And she said, "Oh, it's terrible. I've seen the doctor, and they gave me this tube, and they made a picture of my stomach, and it was so bad." And she showed me the pictures, because we'd, come to like them so much. And, he's a poly guy, and she's like skinny little lady. So she shows me the pictures, and I'm like seeing all these dark spots, black spots, and I'm going, "Oh my God." And she said, "What shall I do?" She felt like I was the walking saint, so I said, I know from experience, hundreds and hundreds of people have told me their success stories of self-healing. So this is what you'll do. Every morning, you sit down, only for 5 minutes, as well as every evening, and imagine, for 5 minutes only, that you're in perfect health, and you visualize your stomach, feeling, being, seeing, wonderfully working, and coming into that healthy feeling that you want to be in the future. Fred Alan Wolf wrote the book Parallel Universes. Really recommend reading it. He's an awesome quantum physicist, that's how I call him. There are all possibilities open to us. So she then thought, well, since Ilona said so, I will do that. And she sat down every morning for 5 minutes and in the evening for 5 minutes and imagined her stomach being whole, being healthy, being pink and glowing, her body filling in, her being in the state, the final state of health. Now you can apply this to illumination, health, emotions, physical things, anything. So 6 months later, now I didn't know she was so diligent in doing this, I came back. And I was dreading to see her again, because I'm like going, how is she doing now? I came up, and here was this bouncing lady that I once knew. And I said, "What happened?" And she said, "Well, I did what you told me to do. I visualized and felt how I would feel if I were completely healthy every day for 5 minutes." She was healed. She healed herself by being in the end result of her desired future. And as simple as that may sound, that's all it takes. You occupy the time frame of a future event of any desire and imagine that you're already in it. And sooner or later, your physical matrix will create itself around that and become exactly what you hold in your mind. Now, her husband started meditating after that point. He's like, okay, this is serious business, this really works, and now he has made a little shrine and meditates and has become this glowing person from that experience. So there was another person that came to my dolphin swim seminar in Florida. We took people out to swim with dolphins, handicapped children as well, and I've seen magical healings from being with dolphins. Now, he when he was 50, was told that he was going to be in a wheelchair. And instead of getting operated on, he said, no, 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 I want to do something myself. He also visualized every single day that he would walk. He visualized every single day when he drank agar juice. It's a white powder, it's a gel, and he drank that mixed with orange juice because he's heard that that would help. And he put it into the water and drank it and imagined this agar going into his back and rebuilding the discs. 4 years later, he walked. But he had to walk for 4 years. Every single day, he visualized it. He did not give up. So whatever it is you or your clients work on, encourage people to be diligent and do the practice every single day. The future that you hold in your own consciousness, whether it's enlightenment, beauty, riches, love, whatever it is you wish to experience, you can be there now. And then that be there now becomes the be here now. Because the universe doesn't differentiate in time. Wherever you can imagine yourself being with all of yourself, your subconscious and superconscious self, that's where you wind up. This is time for you to create your own magic and miracle, to ascend into your highest vibration. And in your mind's eye, start out by imagining going into a beautiful, peaceful place. If you were here yesterday morning, you can pick that same place. Or you can make a place up that is wonderful, peaceful, and beautiful, stretching out in front of you. And when you imagine or walk into your place of peace, imagine stepping into it with your feet touching the ground. What does the ground feel like? Wiggle your toes in the ground beneath you and feel the beautiful energy receiving you into your own place of peace. And as you step even deeper into your place of peace, can you turn up the vibrant energy, the brilliant lights in your place of peace even more? To make it even more brilliant and vibrant. How does that feel? And as you look into your place of peace, see in front of you, towards the center of your place of peace, a beautiful, brilliant temple. And gently walk towards that temple, your healing temple. And as you walk towards your healing temple, you start noticing the vibration becoming even more luminous. A holy feeling. And as you walk to the gates of your temple. The doors open. And you step into that vibrant energy field of the sacred healing temple of yours. And as you step in, the light and energy of your healing temple surround you. And in the very center, you see a healing space, maybe like a table for treatments, or a sacred spot, and you walk right into the center of it, into the very center of your temple, which is open to the very top, to the center of the universe, to the cosmos, to the center of all that is. And you look around and you notice that there are other sacred beings with you, your assistants. And one sacred being comes walking up toward you. What qualities does he or she have in his or her aura? As he or she starts greeting you. And you may want to lay down on that healing table and have this one master healer, sacred being, stand by your side. Making contact with you. You may want to invite some of the other assistants, like a team around you. Or you may want to ask in the next couple minutes for one of them in particular to start scanning your energy body and your physical body. Or maybe you already have an area there where you would like help with. Is it a physical ailment that you wish to transform? Maybe it's an emotional issue. You can let your healer know to put his or her attention to that area of your concern. Or you can just let them give you a general treatment, energy, color, maybe some herbs. And take a couple moments in your own inner silence to let your inner guides, your inner healers, administer a healing to you that will penetrate to the depth of your core and help you transform into the glowing health and balance that you wish to experience. Where do you want to experience greater health And let your inner master healers work with you on restoring the beauty and improving the balance to its maximum state. And notice how it feels to receive that healing. Maybe they're administering light, or just simply transform all the cells automatically to their perfect state. Notice how it feels to experience the completion of the healing. And as the energies are sweeping through you, you are being prepared for the ascension through the central column of your temple into more refined states of your own being. Start coming gently to a close by asking your inner healing guide to give you a final blueprint feeling for complete healing at whatever level that you had asked for. Maybe they have a symbol for you or just a feeling. Something you take and embody it. What would your guide like you to feel and be like in your complete healed state? And as you come to completion with that, you start noticing that the vibrant energy of the central column in the beam that penetrates the center of your healing temple is illuminating. And as that central column is illuminating, it's almost like it's drawing you upward in an ascension where you step into an even finer matrix of who you really are, allowing yourself to rise through the center hole of your temple. Rising up into a state where you go to the ethereal temple at a higher cosmic level, as if taken in an elevator. We're counting our way up from 1 to 10. And each level brings you to a finer and finer frequency. Moving up out of your temple to level 1, take a look around. Gathering yourself to a finer beam of light, you rise to 2, and you notice how you're changing, becoming even finer. 3, ascending deeper into the cosmos. Taking the core of your consciousness into one single star. Rising up to 4, level 4. Rising to level 5. Just notice how each level has a different feeling, a different vibratory rate. Level 6. Rising up to a finer state. Level 7. And you start noticing how you're coming to a new membrane within the cosmic purity of your own consciousness. Level 8. Refining, reaching into level 9. Feeling a new portal opening. Entering through that final portal, level 10. And as you do, you step through into a new sphere, more refined than your healing temple was before. Like the cosmic version of your healing temple. At a galactic level. This is where you create blueprints. This is where you can find the causes behind the causes. And you can create a little laboratory for yourself here. This is a space you can visit again and again and elaborate on building your cosmic healing space. For now, please invite your master healer at this level, a master teacher that can come to you at this vibratory rate to you, out of the cosmic field into your cosmic healing temple. What color, what shape would your master cosmic healer have and greet you with as he or she or it comes closer to you? and start to make contact in the way that you make contact here at this cosmic level. For some people, it may be the all-seeing eye that you encounter here. For some people, it may be a triangular shape of luminosity. For some, it may have human form or angelic shapes. Whatever it is for you is perfect. And as you encounter each other, go ahead and step right inside this master healing energy matrix being and make complete contact. What energy flows, what colors, what shapes, what feeling arise within you as you step completely into this cosmic healing matrix. And let yourself feel how it touches the most inner core of your being. Because we are preparing for your final ascension to start activating your greater DNA as a human. Notice as you step into this cosmic matrix of your supreme healer, what it feels like when you become that masterful, graceful, all-potent being yourself. And as you look around, notice the vibration here in your healing temple in this cosmic level. It may be very different than anything you've seen before. It may have swirls of light. It may be more like you're in the middle of a super galactic space yourself, integrated into a bigger super galactic whole. And let the information and vibration of this level of reality penetrate into the very essence and illuminate you and all the knowledge and wisdom that comes from this level. And let it activate in your subconscious and conscious and superconscious mind. So that you automatically in your daily life can start expressing wisdom, knowledge, and beauty and love that until now you may have not even known, that supersedes your current states into this new state in your daily life. And now, let us make the third step, as I had explained, to the next level and start rising beyond any form of time and space. Lifting into the purest of forms of pure consciousness. visualizing going in your own way, in your own form of coming to the very center and beyond any membrane of time, space, any form of shape, any form of energy, beyond. Centering your attention to the center of the universe, to the center of all of creation, and going beyond the very central nodal point. Lifting into a realm that is beyond any of the forms, energies, and thoughts, matrices. And although there is no form to you or any shape, there is still that spark of awareness, open to the magnificence of isness. And in your own way, for a moment, enjoy that supra state at this level of your awareness within this cosmic matrix of life, beyond form, time, or space. You can also just make it up and pretend like children do and get your way through the center into your core essence that way. And here, let yourself ponder how illuminated you would like to be as a human. It's our journey of awakening, of discovering all the nuances of light and the truth of love. And if you could choose a perfect illumination state that you would like to express on earth, with the DNA code within you, how illuminated would you like to see your greatest state of ignition of yourself? And you can ask yourself that in the hearts of your hearts, in the core of your soul. How pure would you like to be? And then for a moment enter that state as if it was a feeling, maybe it's an array of lights, of consciousness, flow lines. And as you do, I'd like to have you place your attention on how your DNA, that is normally imagined as a double helix, has all these different parts that are more luminous. And you have probably heard that some people talk about actually 12 strands of DNA being activated at our most human capacity, where you express your soul light, your masterhood, your enlightenment into the physical body. So for a moment, I'd like you to take your greatest visualization, your feeling as to how you would be if all of your subtle energy body's DNA would also be activated. If all the heightened capacities of your DNA started glowing. Imagine your DNA structure opening up to this luminosity that you wish to express in the physical human life of yours. How would your DNA look like? How would it feel like if it were waking up even more to your next level of expansion and illumination? If you bring this superluminal light of your soul light and activate your DNA accordingly, what would that feel like or look like to you? Letting the geometric shape of your DNA illuminate itself, becoming more vibrant, expressing as much as you would like and as much as you are ready, opening your different energy fields to receive that light, your chakras, your cellular system, to this greater expression of your DNA. Light of consciousness. To what degree are you willing to allow greater love and greater light to penetrate all of you and express itself through you? In your cellular system, at your DNA level. And let yourself fully feel that sensation. Receive the vibrancy of light that goes with it, and be in that state for a moment longer. Even more brilliant, even more activated than before. And whenever you're ready to step into that matrix, illuminate it into the core of your being as if you step fully into it, fully aligning it and sensing all the layers of ascension of your levels of awareness, so to speak, and connected to the very core center of all that is and beyond. Step into the completion of all that you are and all that you're willing to express at this stage in your life. Is there a way that you would encounter people differently? Just imagine a moment in the coming day to day as you step out to enjoy nature, to be quiet by yourself, and notice how you walk, maybe differently, with the greater activation of your DNA within you, and say hello to the trees and the bees and the birds with your new activated self. What is different? Are you willing to look at your co-people here with more clarity into their eyes? Seeing through to their core beauty. Coming from that illuminated core of your own. And if you are willing and ready to do so, you can start taking a deeper breath and imagining, breathing into your new DNA structure as you start breathing into your body cells. Notice your cellular system cooperating and awakening. Imagining allowing your mind to adopt to a new self-image. Taking with you the healing that you were given at your healing temple. And thanking your inner master healers at each of the temple levels that we have been at. Bowing to them in gratitude, or however you express your gratefulness to the assistance from the inner worlds and the beings that support you. As long as you ask for help, you will be given the help. Taking another deep breath, coming back to where you started, into your place of peace. Bringing with you the awareness that you exist always at all these levels, and you can choose to place your attention at any of the frequency expressions of yourself to the very core of your essence. And taking a deeper breath, you can start wiggling your hands, fingers, toes, taking a deeper breath. Breathing in deeper as you are willing to bring this illumination of yours into this room, noticing that even the energy within you and the people that surround you correspond to the vibration that you are holding within, because the earth that we find is the earth that we hold in our own heart as possible. So I welcome you to heaven on earth. Namaste.